It just seems more like a real business. Actually having payroll, having an accountant now. For the last 2 months, we've hit over 10,000. I have some things in the work that could take us from like 10,000 to 50,000 within the next 2 months.
Today, once again, we have an absolutely amazing video. One of our Agent Velocity clients, Jeremy, here with us. And we have been working together for 4.5 months now. He has had some amazing results, an amazing journey. Thank you, Jeremy, for being here. How are you doing, man?
Doing pretty good.
What you have been doing for the past months?
I got back into lead generation last year, just starting another job, probably maybe 4 or 5 years ago. This is what I was doing. I was sending emails to get clients. Basically, when I saw the post and then I started learning, I got your lead gen kit, basically spent the next 4 or 5 days just going through it and trying to figure out how to do this stuff with the emails. I hit you up a couple times when I was just getting started. About the last year, like I've had one of my longest clients, he's been with me nearly a year, started off on just pay-per lead, turned into a retainer client. He's referred me a client and I've been able to, quit my job and do this full time now.
So before you start working with us, what did your lead gen agency look like?
I guess because of what I knew before, taking your lead gen kit, it was really, really helpful for me because it was just a couple things I needed to be filled in on. I guess when I started, I was getting clients, everything was just scattered. I didn't have like a clear day-to-day of what I'm going to do. I didn't have a vision of even really what's possible.
So I assume the reason why you then, after a few months of running it, you started working with us to a little bit solve that problem, get some structure, get some ideas. Is that right?
Yeah, for sure.
Beautiful. So what kind of results in terms of your agency have you been able to get? What kind of revenue numbers are you hitting?
When I started out, I signed 4 or 5 clients really quickly. And then what I realized is that I only wanted to work with basically 2 types of clients. So then I ended up stopped working with my other 3 clients. So I kind of minimized my agency and then basically just stay with the one client to get him really good results, really good case study. So right after I met him in person, I joined Agency Velocity, went through the program, made my VSL, a new funnel, etc. Signed 3 new clients ready to buy because of the VSL. Like it was legitimately the easiest sales ever. For the last 2 months, we've hit over 10,000. I'm not totally focused on growth, I'm just trying to get all the baseline systems and automations together. I have some things in the work that could take us from like 10,000 to 50,000 within the next like 2 months.
That is super dope. And that's also smart. A lot of people just scale, but it's a bit hard to scale if you don't have any operations, you don't have a backend, you don't have any foundations down. It just becomes a hot mess. So that's really dope to hear. Hitting $10,000 a month is a cool milestone. The revenue is great in itself, but in terms of the revenue, what kind of impact has it had on your life now? What kind of stuff you have been able to do that you weren't able to do before? Or has there been any change at all in your life?
Last month was the first month that I really paid myself for the first time. I haven't really been doing that. I've just been reinvesting, saving for taxes, etc. It just seems more like a real business. Like we just actually having payroll, having an accountant now, getting everything together, actually plan for what's happening instead of being focused on trying to sign another client.
Yeah, it goes from just being a card landing page and an email campaign to a business. One thing that I'm always really interested about, if we compare, let's say that you never started working with us and you kept running the business, you probably would have still done great, no doubt about it. But what do you think the impact of working with us has been? Where do you think you would be now compared to where you are now if you didn't start working with us?
I mean, I probably wouldn't have signed the last few clients. I guess the main thing is having just a clear roadmap of what to do. The main thing is the community, just like being able to talk to people. If I have a question, usually I don't even reach out to you guys. I just ask somebody in the community because everybody knows something. The main benefit and thing for me is I could have ran it myself and not known exactly what I was doing, signed clients, gotten them good results, but being able to really build a business, I think, is what you guys are helping be educated about stuff just that I wouldn't know.
Where did you first hear about us? And when you heard about us, what really got your interest?
When I saw what you were doing and basically how automated it could be, that's what piqued my interest. And then, I mean, you had the lead gen kits for free or for $1, I think, at that point. So I was just like, why wouldn't I pay for it and see what this dude's talking about?
You got the lead gen kit, that like a $1 investment was really good, but then obviously hopping into Agent Velocity. Do you remember why you decided to pull the trigger at that point? Like, why did you decide to work with us?
Like officially incorporated my business in May, and I just knew that once I incorporated the business, I wanted to join. Knew it'd be a tax write-off as well. So I was just like, why the fuck would I not do this?
If you don't mind, could you a little bit go into how does it look like when you join Agent Velocity? How does everything work? What does the day-to-day look like?
Everybody has a call with you to kind of figure out what you're going to do, your exact niche. That's helpful. After that, you guys are basically spamming us in our personal group chat. Hey, do this, do that. And I was kind of surprised was that you were sending me personal videos when I was sending you my video sales letter. That was helpful. Like since then, like I hardly respond to the messages because I just don't like need the personal touch anymore. At this point, you guys, there's still calls every day. That's very helpful. And then the huddles that are starting to happen in the general chat, that's really cool. Cause like last week I needed help with something and I was on YouTube for like 10 minutes. I was like, why don't I just get in, see if somebody's in this huddle? And then somebody helped me in like 5 minutes.
That's beautiful. The huddles are crazy. They just naturally started happening. It's almost like working in an actual office, you know. You have your coffee break, you talk to people on the same mission, and you just talk shit. I have been really enjoying it. The last question that I want to ask you is, if there's someone watching this right now is like, okay, like I've been thinking about doing lead gen, agent velocity seems pretty dope, but Jeremy seems like a G, there's no way I can get these kind of results, etc. How likely would you recommend working with us to a person like that, and why should they pull the trigger right now in working with us?
At the end of the day, you have nothing to lose. I spent $7,500 last year on this done for you agency program. I really want to name the dude. I'm just not going to do it. I've spent another $2,500 on this other program that was like an absolute scam. And I literally publicly shamed him, called the dude's dad. And I was like, send me my money right now. This is by far the best coaching program I've ever been in. The people actually in the program, let's say you got sick for a month and you can help anybody. There's so many other people in there that will help you. Like so many people have messaged me personally, and I've made them personal looms myself, or like got on a call with them and helped them because it's fun. It's like, why not? So yeah, if you don't know anything, you have the course, which is step by step. Just go through and do what he says. And then if you need help, there's so many people to help you. It's on you at that point. If you don't get results, really, I feel like you didn't do anything.
I feel the same. That's really, really nice to hear. Thank you so much for being here. If you're looking to build a B2B lead generation agency, or maybe you're already running one and you just want help scaling it, what you can do is you can go check out agentvelocity.io, and maybe we'll start working together, and maybe you can join us in the huddles with me and Jeremy and everyone else. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Jeremy, a lot. Take care.